Good evening all, and welcome to my channel, and also welcome to tonight's ghostly supernatural stories. If you are of a nervous disposition, do not continue watching this video, but if you are a risk taker and are feeling brave, then carry on at your own risk. Tonight's first story is brought to you from a haunted and cursed mine. The mine, while operational, had a bleak reputation as death came too often for those who worked them. Knowing this, when the wife of one of the miners heard an explosion, she ran screaming to the opening in belief that her husband had been killed. On arrival, she was told there had been no explosion and that her husband was certainly safe. However, after seeing how shaken up the wife was, the foreman agreed to go into the mine to see for himself, and that is when the explosion happened, killing the foreman, the husband, the wife, and many others. The screams of a woman are heard around the abandoned mines, and some think these are from a witch who is said to live and haunt the area, but others believe it is the miner's wife, caught in a never-ending loop of that tragic day. Tonight's second story is brought to us by Buzz Nick, and it has no title. When I was around 4 years old, we went to visit my granny and pawpaw. The morning after we arrived, my mum found my bed was empty when she went to wake me up. It was a really foggy day and I was nowhere in the house. My granny went out to find me and ran into me heading back from my great-grandmother's house just down the way. She was about to punish me when she asked me where I was. I told her I was with Mam. She made me pancakes, I told her. My granny grabbed me, picked me up and held me tight as she carried me back to her house. I found out years later that my Mam, my great-grandmother, who I had never met, died a week earlier. That's why my mum went to visit. My granny told me I had described her mother perfectly, having never seen a photo of her or met her. Tonight's third story is brought to us by Scoop Whoop, and it is titled The Statue. A few years ago, a couple decided they needed a break, so they wanted to book themselves a little vacation out of town. They called their friend, who was trusted but they knew was a house sitter, to earn a bit of extra cash. When the house sitter arrived, everything was as it was meant to be. So the house sitter just got to walk around just to make sure everything was okay and that all the windows and doors were secured. Later that night, the house sitter got bored and went to watch TV, but she couldn't watch it downstairs because they did not have cable downstairs. So she called them if she could watch the cable in the couple's room. The couple said it was okay, but the house sitter had one final request. She asked whether she could cover up the statue outside the bedroom window with a blanket or a cloth because it made her nervous. The phone line was silent for a minute, and the husband of the couple, who was talking to the house sitter at the time, had instructed her very, very scarily to get out of the house. We do not own a statue. The police was called, but it was too late, as they found a body slumped in a pool, dead. No statue was ever found.